late 1990s, and the HRT industry came out of nowhere. It's a big boom about awareness about hormone replacement therapy. And then I started seeing a lot of customers and clients walk in and out dealing with hormone replacement therapy, and the options were out there. There's big campaign movements from pharmaceutical companies and even natural companies with substitutes, and it exploded. It was about everybody was into what hormone health is. During that time, I was entering a phase of my life where I was doing mixed martial arts with some of my jiu-jitsu friends. The Gracie family were my neighbors, and I started doing some weightlifting. I used to play soccer before. I was scrawny and weak, tired, and then people pushed me around, and when I started doing jiu-jitsu, my bodybuilding friends came to me through my store, my clients, my friends. They would come to me like, "Hey, you need to start training. You need to put some muscle on so nobody's pushing you around in the dojo, on the mat, and then nobody pushes you around on the field." So I started also training and weightlifting with my friends and bodybuilding friends, and I noticed something extremely unique. There's a problem that the injectables were causing in my friends' lives. They would give them instant gratification and in some of the performance issues and some of the look and feel immediately, but it would create a long-term destruction to their endocrine system. And I found out the dangers and the side effects of the injectables. And I started looking into finding a solution to that issue to help my friends out, because I was seeing that these people look amazing. They're doing shows and performances, yet at the same time, their trainers help them cycle off and on products continuously. What this caused is when they're cycling off, they were feeling depressed, tired, fatigued. They couldn't perform. They didn't want to be with their wives. They were in tears. They didn't want to go to work. It was a really awful place to be, specifically for people that are not barely 25 years of age, that are supposed to feel that they're invincible at this time of their lives. So this is when I started working on developing Somaderm. My friends are using it, my family's using it, and all of a sudden my friends are coming to me. It's growing one by one. The results are pouring in. Those young, amazing people are feeling great, off and on cycling. Their body's recovering. Their endocrine system is functioning better. They're not fatigued and stressed. And the journey's taken its course. We're talking here a year or two into the product when I was approached by an older gentleman back then. Older meaning in his 40s. So I was 30 back then. So this gentleman comes to me, he's like, "Yeah, I heard about this product from my buddies at the gym, and they tell me how much they love it and they feel amazing about it. Look, I would like to try it. I mean, I know it's recommended mostly, most of the people who are using it are young people that are cycling and doing training shows, and can I use it? He's like, I just work out once in a while and I ride a bike once in a while. Can I use it?" And I didn't see any harm in doing that. But to be honest with you about the story of what happened to this gentleman, when he came back to me and gave me the testimonial, and half of the time he received all the benefits that those young people did. And I wanted to go to the lab and find out, why did he get the results so much faster? He's 10, 20, 15 years older than the average person using it at the time. So I find out from the chemists and the doctors that as we get older, we start the aging process. And when we start the aging process, we start feeling the effects of aging. Our sleep, our energy, our recovery is slower. And when you experience AGH at an older age, you will get the results a lot quicker because you haven't felt that good for a few years. And this is where I learned that yes, if you're older, and we started with those 20, 25-year-old athletes using it to get fire and perform above the normal level, and they got success. But when the first gentleman over 40 tried the product, he got the same results in half of the time. And now medically, it makes more sense than ever. So this is when I started seeing a shift, and the older people started getting real benefit they really needed, while the younger people were getting it just to be superhuman and get extreme strength and improve their performance. Older people needed it just to feel well, like the improved sleep and recovery and energy and mood, and the basic initial benefits of supporting healthy HGH levels. From that moment, a few months later, I had the first female that came into my store telling me, I keep hearing about the HGH gel. I want to try it. I mean, I read a little bit about HGH, and I know some women use it as well. And I said, okay, I mean, I don't see any. HGH is produced by women as well, not only men, so of course you can use it. She came back with it 7 days, giving me in tears how happy she was about the results she experienced from the product. What was intriguing to me is that she got the results in such a short period of time. This lady, our first lady using Somaderm, actually experienced the same results the men were getting, but in even half of the time. And it made so much sense when I learned through the professionals, through science, that actually women use all their hormones in a more balanced way, while men are testosterone predominant. So they feel the effect after the rise of testosterone to a certain level before they appreciate the product, even though it's working regardless, while women will start benefiting and feeling the benefit based on the fact that they use all their hormones together. And this is when the company flipped. We went from 99%, 100% men in their 20s to being 50-50 men in their 20s and men in their 40s plus. And then today we're 75% plus women. And this is our journey from day one, how we started with Somaderm organically to where we end today, and the journey of how the product actually benefited people of all ages, going from young men to older men, and then women experiencing the benefit from this unbelievable Somaderm. So I was doing retail. I started retail. I spent extreme amounts of time with every person at a time, every customer or client at a time, educating them about the product, and organically they would go out and share the story with people they care about. Then I got approached by business owners, health food store owners, and dojo owners, and we started doing, B2B, direct to business, and they started sharing about the product and grew from there. Then I had a distribution company that distributes national, and a couple of store chains approached me, and the product started going coast to coast, and organically got into that phase of growth. But again, it was based on me educating every single person on this product, literally one-on-one, even the store owners, even the distribution representatives, and meetings with them constantly. When I had my first meeting with our master distributor, where he was a natural, organic client that heard about the product through my earlier channels, he got me on that early phone call, and I was able to talk to a few hundred people at once. A couple of months later, I started hearing their stories. And when I heard their stories, I knew right there I was extremely committed to that mission, because people sharing with people is one of the most powerful tools. Number one. Number two, people sharing with product is organic and it's honest. And with having a product that's actually already proven and been around for more than a decade and a half, and people actually confirmed that the fact that I'm getting the same exact benefits when I started with the product 15 years before in 2001, I felt extremely confident in giving that opportunity to the people.